We're going to play a song.
Come on. We've got the viewers coming.
Okay, we're on now. We're live. I got to tell her we're live.
Okay, this is going to happen.
Yes, it's going to happen. Of course it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Todd Medina, SoulogyOneStudios. What's going on here? Democracies, aristocracies, oligarchies, monarchies.
I can't hear you.
Presidents.
We're live.
What's the deal, though?
Can you hear me?
What's this all about?
You can hear me?
Oh, yeah, go out and come back in.
That's all that earth stuff, man.
I can't hear
I'm a
you.
multi-dimensional, high vibrational, evolutionary being, and I'm tired of it.
Okay, see, we're on live.
I don't care who or what tried or is trying to deceive
No.
us. Call it the devil or another Messiah, prophet, or God. It's all the same to me. Whoever they are, they can never take our souls, and that's when we
go out and come back again.
Yeah.
The burn of being wrong,
okay.
denying who we are,
I'm going to go out,
laws, and branded
then I'm going to come back again.
Anymore.
You got it.
I am divinity. Yeah.
Come on, Cathedral.
All right. The power we hold to mold the future heavenly nirvana. From the inside, present, eternal. It's time to be a bolder flame. The game isn't the same. We are the spirit science synthesis, the action of conscious thought, alignment, transmuting to a living wisdom. Yeah.
Test.
No longer dreaming the life.
Can y'all hear?
I am living the dream.
We're waiting for Shekina to come back in. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Test. Let's move this over here. Hey, Linda Winger, Danny Picard, Ivy Bug Foster, Heather Houston. Okay, you can hear. Thank you, Leanne Goza. Nice to have y'all here tonight. Here comes Shekina. This time is we're going to get it right. We're on. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we're good. Third time's the charm. We had the same problem last time. It was funny. Hey, it's all good in the hood. We got this.
Yeah, yes. Well, it's a little a little more intense these days.
It is.
We're in an energy something.
Yes, we need to talk about that because if people need explanations. Yes. I need one. This is moving so fast. So it all worked out fine. We got 48 people already in the house. Okay. Many people, many friends, some names I don't know. This is a special edition solstice broadcast with the divine goddess Shekina Rose, who was on 2 or 3 weeks ago, had a great show, a really powerful replays on that. And so thank you again. Thank you so much for honoring us tonight with the solstice, this solstice broadcast, Shekina. It's good to see you again. Blue Ray.
Very, very good to see you too.
Yeah.
And congratulations. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. I got my wedding ring today. We got
beautiful.
And we got a nice bracelet from Sixtina Frederick. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so it's been a real powerful time since we talked last time. I mean, it's not just in my world, it's in your world and everybody's world. So yeah, the energies were kicking up today. We had a broadcast this morning from the tour in Ireland with our friend Amanda Lawrence, and it was so powerful. There was colors coming in. Yeah, it was. We buried a pink rose quartz heart, and a lot of people did the same that viewed it. It was incredible. So this is a great way to spend the evening. How you been doing? How's the energies treating you the last?
Well, and the last days have been intense. Been very intense. I was hoping that I wouldn't be asleep for the show, as I've been just exhausted for days. The other day I had to take like 2 naps. Normally don't have to do that, and I was like, I would just in the afternoon, I just like go out. I mean, deep sleep.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. It was yesterday. I could really feel the energies strong, but I was able to see the wave, and I had to blink my eyes a couple of times, but I saw it. I mean, I'm very auditory. I can really hear things. But when I woke up, I saw this, and I believe it was the wave, because I was just told the bandwave frequency, because I was just kind of alerted a few hours prior about what's happening, that there's this wave coming in. That came from spirit. That just comes from my environment. My environment was telling me. And I woke up and I saw it. It wasn't, they talk about the wave. You know, a wave is kind of like goes up and kind of goes down. What I saw was like, it was a stream. It was like a complete stream of consciousness. Wow. Like a ray. And it was so incredible. And in the stream, and it was constant, was this really movement, very detailed, very intricate design. It's like frequency. It's like the language, I would say the frequency in the language of light, but very ornate, almost like, got it. Okay, similar to, just similar to a computer chip. But, oh, wow. But this is coming from a higher source frequency.
Yeah.
That so it's like everything about it has a higher quality, yeah. And it's movement. It's movement, but it's like perfectly gorgeous, ornate rhythm moving in this design. It's like exquisite. It's like exquisite to see and exquisite to experience. And I feel that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Like we're receiving like a higher bandwidth frequency.
Yeah.
Now, because of that was yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
That was yesterday, and it was quite significant and quite powerful for me, because I haven't seen anything like that for a little while. Let's say some months, just some months. I haven't seen any. The crystals were communicating with me in a certain way, sort of like that. So this was significant and really alerting to me that this is really happening. Like this shift is really occurring, and how we need to be attuned in our own vibration to receive this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's two things come to mind. Amanda, when she before the broadcast, she went into the tour and meditated, and she said she normally sees that vertical, but she said she saw it was horizontal, like a wave, horizontal. And then yeah, that's one thing. And then the other thing she said is today, in the transmission she's been getting, is and there was a cobalt blue that was very prominent in that tour meditation. And she said today is the day the two goes into the one. This is the first day. This is it. I don't know what that means, but it seems to me like, for me, I had three different heart expansions today. Two of them I thought I was going to have to sit down, and then I did the same thing today. I laid down. I was producing the show and I was listening to it, and I went in deep. I mean, like it was I was out for an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes. I mean, I was really, really deep. So it hit me hard. Whatever it was today hit me hard. And I know everything's not linear. So what may have happened yesterday, so to speak, with you may have been today for me or whatever. But what's happening? What is this? What is this? This is a higher frequency, a higher bandwidth. What is that? What does that mean? Do you know? Because I don't know.
I mean, only what comes to me, only what I see, what I feel, what I intuit, and also from clients as well, like from working with others as well, myself included, and kind of just what we said. Like today, it kind of hit me because I was asking. I was like, well, what is this? What did I see? Right before I got on the show, I was sitting here, and the energy was so intense and almost so palpable, so real, and it was really loud, and it was really, really, really building. And I braced myself. I had to bring in some crystals because I haven't been on the land yet, and I needed to ask for assistance because of the energy. And so what I was getting was that there's like a unity. It's like a vibrational resonancy frequency of our unity connection.
Yeah.
So that's what I was feeling right before connecting in with you and everyone else, was that, and I feel it wasn't just, yes, it was the all of us coming together in this way right now with you, Todd, with Soulology, with all of us. Oh no,
she's still going. Wow, this is amazing.
Are you kidding?
Let's see if I can get some comments. Is she the one that's frozen or me?
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to go out and come back in.
Just talking about it.
All right.
I was just talking about it.
Okay, I'm back. Let's see what we're getting here.
Okay.
I think Shekina froze. Let me put it up here. Let's see. Can y'all hear Shekina?
Can you hear me?
Well, this is amazing, these vibrations.
Yes.
Let me put it up here and see. All right.
I see the blue light.
Okay. Neither of you were froze. Okay. So she's not. All right.
I can hear you,
Well,
Todd.
just keep going.
I can hear you.
She's froze on my end. We hear you both. Okay. Well.
Can they see me?
Let's let Shekina just keep going then. Let her keep going.
Well, this is so very interesting. Oh.
So that's how it goes.
Okay. I was just speaking.
Just keep going with it.
I was just speaking with the energy. The intensity of the energy and the intensity of our conscious unity connection frequency and what that's creating. And I feel like that this is just even showing us what that is. Beforehand, I was feeling
this. Go out and come back in.
Okay.
Let's see.
These things are going to affect our electronics. You froze, and that's okay. And, okay, now I see what I look like. Froze on the camera. It's powerful. It's significant. It's powerful and significant. What's happening right here?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh my God, what was that?
I think it's the vortex.
I don't know what was that happened with Rita Melchizedek the other day. Melchizedek, she was on a couple days ago, and and everything went haywire. And I don't know how we got through the show, but we did. So we'll just keep going. Keep going. I missed everything you said. Keep going.
Was she in the Vortex? Is she in Sedona in the Vortex?
No, she lives in South Africa.
Okay.
And Rita Melchizedek. Yeah. And so she's like you. She's been doing this a long time. And so she's very, very connected. And we were talking, and all my stuff went. I had to like watch it on the phone while I was talking to her. But we got it. We had to stabilize it. So I missed what you were saying. Keep going. Just keep going. I'll jump in.
That was interesting. It's interesting because here we are. We're just talking about like this unity field, like the consciousness, the energy that it was so powerful and how real it is. And so then everything shifts because it's our unity field connection. I was feeling that right before the show, and it became really, really, really strong. And I had to go and get things. I had to get crystals. I had to just sit here, and I had to really tune in. I had to ask Cathedral, you gotta help me. Much I can see Cathedral right there. It's just gorgeous. So I'm experiencing this. We're experiencing this. We've been waiting for these waves. We've been waiting upon this planet for these particular alignments because they bring forth frequency. They bring forth a higher resonancy and a higher alignment of what I feel is our unity consciousness. And I mean, it happened in 2012. That was huge. There was so much that happened in 2012. So many people awakened in 2012. I've been finding out, years later, and it's very interesting because there were a lot of people too that were a little sad after 2012. A couple years later, or like a year later, because they thought something else was going to happen.
Right.
But what happened was so many people that I've met now who completely had a massive awakening, a massive shift of their lives that have, like, they become on the path. They started to walk on the path. They had such an enlightenment, and I've heard this over and over about 2012. So what happened is that it happened. It's happening. This is all happening. It's all happening in our time frame. It's all happening in the way that we can receive it, because it's really important that we're able to receive it. It's also important as our consciousness and our intention and our coming together. That is extremely significant and extremely powerful. That's the power of the gods.
Yes.
We are the power of the gods when we come together like this. When we come together in time sequence of energies, when we have these alignments with the planet, it's really significant. It's very powerful. And shift and awakenings, it does happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen always the way that our mind wants it to happen. Sometimes we have these expectations of how it's going to happen. We're just going to pop into this new earth just suddenly.
Right.
I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing, however, is that I'm also experiencing now more than ever, like in the last couple of years, of like there's a better understanding about timelines and time shifts. Like I go through time shifts. I go through like markers of destiny that I'm on the path that I didn't experience as much, let's say, like 3 years ago. I'm really experiencing that like so much. I'm experiencing so much. Things in my world are becoming so real and right before me.
Right.
The inner dimensions, so very much, are more blended, more real, and our capacity, our crystalline structure. This is what I'm experiencing. This is what I feel. Our capacity to know and experience the greater essence of our divine original blueprint of who we are and our unity connection and the divine holy matrix. That's big with me.
Yeah.
Living here, somehow living here at Cathedral and the Vortex in Sedona, because I walk the land all the time, and I am aware. I'm aware that I'm in a place on the earth that, well, first of all, has serious high resonancy crystals with the red rock and the crystals. I mean, this whole place is just a giant red rock crystal. I mean, there's crystals all through the red rock. But I'm very aware of the connection, the ley line center connection that goes out throughout the entire earth. This divine holy matrix that we're on, the crystalline structure, the crystalline grid. It's real to me, and important. It's very important. It's important because it's important because of the internet. Our grid, our divine holy metrics. This is important to, I feel, humanity because of the internet.
How does the internet fit in? How does the internet fit in? Like right now, you're over there on that one big red rock crystal. We're broadcasting. That crystal, and I guess where I'm at geographically, are combined, or enhancing the broadcast. Maybe, I don't know. How does the internet fit in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what I have known, there's a couple things about the internet. What I have known is that the internet mimics, the internet physically, 3D-ish, mimics our divine holy matrix.
Wow. And
for whatever reason, we've had to do this mechanical thing. In the beginning, it took me a while to get on a computer. I had a computer, and it was a pretty one back then. It was purple. It was a purple computer. It was one of those. It's a different kind. It was an iMac, and I got one, and my husband got it for me when I was married at the time, and it sat for a whole year. And just having that in my place, I just would look at it for a whole year because I knew what it meant. I knew what that computer meant. I know what was happening. I knew because of Atlantis. I knew in Lemuria, but mostly Atlantis. I knew where we were going because of that computer. And I knew that the internet was mimicking the divine holy matrix. However, like I said, we were, instead of us connecting in telepathically through our blueprint to each other, to the whole grid of who we are, to the divine holy matrix, we were creating this simulated computer thing, this internet thing.
Right.
And it's good. It's good in ways because it connects us in ways. And I also feel that having these kind of things, having whatever that it is, whatever that you are, whatever that you're connected to spiritually, whatever is your path, whatever is your purpose, whatever is your sharing of your heart, of your spirit, to bring that forth to the internet.
Yeah.
Share that frequency, because this is what's happening right now. We're putting this into the frequency of the whole internet.
Yeah.
We have a resonancy now. There's a resonancy frequency that exists and will continue to exist always, because that imprint will be there.
Yeah.
Because of what we're doing right now.
Yes. This is, I totally resonate with this. Great explanation.
I'm starting to get the chills.
Yeah, this makes total sense. So we what did you call it? It was a replica, or what did you call it?
Yes, it is. And I'm getting the chills all over my body, because I haven't really spoken about this. Now I know about this very much so, and that's why I get off electronics. Like on the weekends, I try to get off electronics, and I don't use my phone. It took me a long time to get a smartphone. All of that. I've known about this for quite some time, but I haven't shared it. I haven't shared it in this way. I almost felt that people just knew it. That spiritually connected, conscious people just understand that, right? We all understand what this internet is, right?
Yes.
So,
great explanation. I got popped out again.
Okay, yeah. Well, this is a significant.
You got it. You got it. I think that's what kicked us off. I mean, you actually just said what this is. It is a physical manifestation of our divine holy matrix. And that's why anything we do permeates through the entire internet, which is integrating with the divine holy matrix. That's why any of us can do this. Any of us can pick up a microphone, put out a post, put out an image, and it permeates through the entire holy divine matrix. That's what you're saying. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so this, in a way, is sort of showing us our divinity and our power of how we can contribute to the unity conscious frequency grid.
Yes.
Because whatever you put out there, it goes on a network. It's in a network, and it's in a connection.
Man.
Of course, I always wanted, that's why I had to wait. I've had to surrender to different things. That's why I had to wait a whole year before I could touch the computer. Because what I wished is that we didn't even use the internet, that we use our vehicle. I mean, we're using our vehicle to assimilate another system of connection. However, that's how I love telepathy. I love the way that I can connect with the higher beings, how we're able to just to see each other, like just so wholly, and our whole essence, how we can hold that for each other, how we can so just really truly see each other. Because this is still like, you and I, it's a little dimensional.
Yeah.
It's a little one-sided. I mean, I see you, you see me, but
But I got to tell you, with Anrita, I didn't even tell her this. Anrita Melchizedek, a couple days ago, I actually saw her with all this frequency interference or interdimensional stuff that was happening. I was having these technical problems, but we got through it. I actually saw her face morph into a multidimensional aspect of herself. And just a while ago, I saw the same thing happen to you. Okay. And I know I'm not seeing things. So your explanation is a beautiful explanation, because it is the truth, because we are integrating, and it makes total sense. That's why when we first got on the internet, we would send images, or we would have message encounters with people, and you could feel their energy. That is our telepathy. That is our multidimensional aspect, and so what you're saying is that we're actually integrating this. That's why these things are happening, these glitches. This is amazing.
Yes.
Amazing
Yes.
explanation.
Yes. We can do so much more. We're so capable, and working with source. When we work, I feel like we really need to work with source, the goddess. I'm very connected to the sacred divine feminine, the goddess energy, and the blue ray. As a blue ray, I'm water, and I flow. I have to flow with the harmonics of the frequency. That's blue rays do that really well, because we feel our emotions. Our emotions help us to tune in to our intuition, to our connection. We need to experience the harmonics of the resonancy toned frequency, and that means like in our energy fields. We just intuitively, we just naturally are picking up things like all the time, like you were saying. Like we're just picking up the energy of even what's not being seen, the unseen, the feelings, the emotions, the interdimensional realms, the different beings, the different connections, hidden agendas, real intent, real truth, and that is really important. Like that's really important, is that it's really important is that we are who we are.
Yeah.
We are who we are. That if we're a sensitive empath, that we allow ourselves to be that, and allow that to be our guide, and know that that's our gift, and that we were created to be that. Yes. And that's part of our purpose. Part of my purpose is to be an empathic, sensitive being, and to live life in that way, so that encoding of life can have a stronger resonancy within the whole entire field of life. Because my tree right here, I love trees. My tree right here is communicating in that way. The animals, the whole flow of life is there's this beautiful communication if we listen constantly. It's like there's a constant broadcast of the source of the divine for us, guiding us all the time, 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love what you say too, because it's true. Anything we do is imprinted and it stays forever. It's done. It's done. You put out a light language song, it's done. It's imprinted. It impacts the entire infinite holy grid.
Yes.
Unity grid.
Yes. And yeah, and then you can build upon that energy. Like once it's here, then it's here. You can always go back to it, like an encyclopedia of frequency. It's always there, but you can always build upon it too.
Yeah, expand it.
Yes.
That's what I'm seeing is with Morgan and I the last few weeks, we talked about it on the last show when we were here. We've had more. We've had more. A couple of days ago, I watched her again. I watched her face morph from here to there, in front of me, into all these other aspects of herself. So it's like these things are continuing to happen, and they're increasing. And I think with it comes additional capabilities, and more than just awareness, it's capabilities. Like you said, we're so much more than that. We're so much more than that. I mean, it's amazing. If I look at my own situation, I look at, she's got a ticket to go back to Australia in a couple of weeks. I'm not worried about it. I know that something amazing is happening, and all of our powers are being enhanced, like you said, if you pay attention and listen and watch. And it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
You can't keep one toe in the 3D and actually maximize the impact of our true nature. You can't do it. And it's a challenge. But we can do it. We all can do it. We're here to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. I like what you said. We're here to do it. That's what we're here to do. That's what the Starseeds are here to do. Call them the Starseeds. Call them the light workers. You know, the beings of the rays of creations who have this consciousness that are being called, and that their soul knows. The Starseeds, they know. They come here for a purpose. And their purpose is to have a beautiful life, of course, to enjoy this extraordinary life. However, there is more, and it's always to serve.
That's right.
Always to serve. And that service comes from, the greatest service comes from being who you are.
Yes.
Being the true expression of your soul's wisdom. Yes. Because through that, it all comes, it all flows. You will, when you allow for that to happen, those miracles, magic, seems like.
It is magic.
Yeah. Like, happens. Exactly. And it's interesting, because I don't get a lot of news. I don't, have TV, or I don't get a lot of anything. So when things come into my arena, I know to pay attention. And I live in this place called Sedona, and it's a really extraordinary place because I don't get a lot of influences like you probably normally would in any other kind of city, in the United States. I mean, I live on one of the 10 most scenic highways in all of the United States. So when I drive downtown into VOC, it's the scenic highway. It's gorgeous. There are no billboards. There's nothing that influences us here except for the gargantuous beauty. As I look out, I mean, there's, the gargantuous beauty of the red rocks and the green and the formations. It's just like gorgeous. But when things come into my arena, they really affect me. And some things have come into my arena, but it's also an alert to me of where we're at a larger place of unity, because of what's happening. They want to bring in these cell towers. They want to bring in 5K cell towers now, bandwidth waves that are larger and stronger now, all over the world, and in my community here in Sedona. And it's not good for the being. It's not good for us, okay? Because it's stronger. It's more powerful. It's interesting how the information is coming to me. Also about AI and all this stuff. It's just all of a sudden it's coming to my arena because it's alerting me. It's like, okay. Now I make the technologies too. I have the pendant, the source field connector just came in. Like a day before I think I was on the show. And that's alerting me though. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're all at a higher bandwidth frequency now. If that's coming in, then so are we. Yeah. We always have the ability to match the frequency. Always.
Yeah.
Whatever, no matter what it is. Because I always deal with frequency and harmonics and resonancy. And I remember Gaia telling me a long time ago, and she said, whatever discordant frequency exists, there's another one that creates the harmonic resonancy balance.
Right.
Otherwise, that one could not exist. So that means cancer. Any incurable exists the cure.
Right.
Anything. And so when we're faced with a little bit more intensity, then we're just actually getting activated into another higher bandwidth ourselves. Right. So that's what I feel is happening, because the crystals have manifested this year from the land, literally manifesting on the land. And I'm the devices, the technologies for to strengthen our unity connection and our crystalline grid. So it's really interesting when you see what's happening in the world, and I don't know as much of what's going on in the world unless I'm being told, unless someone comes in and tells me, you know, what's happening. But whatever it is, if it seems intense, then we got the intensity. We're being awakened in our own essence to deal with it. Always. Yeah. Always.
Whatever it's got, we got the answer.
Absolutely.
So if they come in with the 5D, and they've talked about it, if they do that, I mean, just think about what you explained so perfectly a while ago. All that's going to do is allow us to, we're going to raise our frequency and put a deeper imprint, a faster imprint, a more powerful imprint. And I get the feeling that AI can't keep up. We've tipped the scales now, and it's moving at warp speed. And like you said, we do it from the individual soul, because when we do that, we imprint the entire divine matrix. Divine, what'd you call it?
Yes.
Yeah, we imprint the whole thing. One person taking that emotion, taking all of that multidimensional human experience and integrating it and putting it into a song or putting it into a video or putting it into a post is imprinting the entire grid, the entire holy grid. And when they do that, the next person can go right through that road and expand it. It's a beautiful contagion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's as time goes on, I feel our next step is our connection and our unity connection to each other.
Yeah.
And the power and the divinity of that. Now, one, like you were talking about, even one person putting something out, what we're doing here, putting into the divine matrix is extremely and extraordinarily powerful. And I feel, I think you were saying that our soul imprinting that out into the world is more significant and powerful than artificial things.
That's right.
Because of our soul. Because the artificial things doesn't have individual soul. That's right. Of source God essence.
That's right. It can only copy. And the other thing is that we now have the elementals, the plants, the animals are all with us, not to mention the galactic aspects and our multidimensional aspects, but we have, that is soul. That is the I am soul. And that's why it can't keep up with us anymore. We've tipped it. This is a great broadcast.
That's wonderful how you said that. What the soul is, the divinity, the connection, and we need to hear it.
Yes,
even though we know it. I know coming from the ultra-sensitive Blue Ray Starseeds, because a lot of the beings, they know it. They kind of know it. Sometimes they're quiet about it, and they need to know. We need reassurance, or we just need to know that to match the frequency and the connection. And I love what you said, because the words that I hear is vitally important that we know of soul and what the soul is. I like your connection of soul. The soul is the elements, and our unity alignment with the elements. I mean, think of all the elements.
Yeah.
The power, the divinity of that, and the galactics.
Yeah. Because
we are that.
Yes.
We are, like, each one of us is a representation from our groups.
Yeah.
Like, we're the astronaut humans.
That's right.
I came down, I'm here from my group, I'm here from many of my groups, and I see it all the time. You know, we're the ones. So we have our lineages that we're individually connected to. We are incredible.
Yeah.
We're just. I mean, we are. I've thought of that. I've thought of that. I'm like, we are so supersonic, incredibly, exquisitely amazing. Beyond that, all these beings and all this cover up, all this stuff, they got to do all that. They're so afraid
That's
of
right.
us.
Oh my God.
Us humans. They're so afraid of what? Oh, the human God essence soul potential. They're so afraid of that they are doing. I've seen it. They've showed me what they're doing. All this disruption, and it's big. It's gargantuous. This ridiculousness. We know. We don't even have to speak it in specifics. It's all over. You know, the conspiracies and all the stuff. It's out there. It's true. However, we're so all that. We're so amazing.
Yeah.
We're God essence and form, multidimensional, elemental, galactic, all, and that's why. But that's why. Otherwise, that wouldn't exist. Like, well, they wouldn't need to do that because they're not all that. But we are all that.
Right.
We are so all that, and I feel we're so close.
You hit it tonight, though. You actually explained it a way I haven't heard before, and I'm going to jump on the highest buildings from this day out, because all it takes, and you said it. This internet is a physical representation. It's something that was brought in actually to counter us. But what they didn't understand is that one single soul who's aligned with the elementals and the plants and the galactics, who's open and has the faith and the knowing and speaks it. There's something about speaking it. When this happens, the whole world can't hold it down. The whole AI aspect of the world can't hold down one soul. So all we got to do is get up there and start doing it. That's all we have to do. That's what you're doing tonight. That's what you did tonight, explaining that. That's what Amanda did with her two friends at the tour today. You could see everyone's tears of joy. Everyone was connected. You could see through the ethers. Mm-hmm. And the same thing's happening now. And now the dam's open. They can't stop us. In fact, this is the Jubilee. This is it. This is why we came. This is it. We didn't come just to do the work. We came to have a party.
Exactly. Experience that. The last weeks, I've had different experiences. Of course, in the last couple of days, I've felt a great intensity of energies, because I feel like my body's just trying to keep up with the high bandwidth frequency. But what I've experienced the last couple of weeks too, and you were sharing about that, is this joy. Yeah. This joy to be alive. Yeah. This love that just like it's spontaneous. It doesn't even come out of nowhere, and that's what I like about it. That it doesn't. It's not dependent upon something else.
No.
It just is. And as we're coming into this place, that's what's happening, because that's who we really are. This love, and love is great. It's just I feel it's like the higher heart, like our higher heart that goes beyond any reasoning, any reckoning. It's like this greater essence joy of just being alive, being able to breathe this air, and the unity that's coming back, because it's that back and forth, because we're so supported. We breathe out, we breathe in. We're completely supported by life.
That's right.
By the light. And so there is more, like it's spontaneous joy.
That's right.
Spontaneous love, gratitude, compassion. Just spontaneous, because that's what our true humanness is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing in the AI infrastructure can hold us back. No laws can hold us back. No borders can hold us back. Nothing can hold us back. Nothing. Nothing can. And the more we do this, the bigger the wave is.
Yes, the bigger the wave is, the bigger the unity wave.
That's right.
Where, you know, we resonate, we feel. I know as Blu-rays, we're sensitive empaths, and I know we all are, you know, to some degree. But we're like consciously kind of feeling the whole conscious grid.
Yeah.
But we're the anchors.
That's right.
See, the Starseeds are the one that we're, you know, call them new forerunners. And I feel that what we're doing is that we're the first ones that are consciously feeling the experience of these waves and it going through our bodies. And then we collectively are determining, the Starseeds, we get to do this, to determine how it is upon the earth and upon the planet. We're the ones. Even though it doesn't sometimes look like that, because you may have like news or something, I don't know, TV or something. There's a media thing out there. But truly, we're the ones that are shifting consciousness and reality by our beingness. Yeah. And when we experience things, and when we allow things, and when we transform things, that's so important to be transformers of the energies, because we can.
Yeah, when we counter the illusion, when we counter the borders and the laws and the beliefs, when we counter that, when we say, I've had enough, I will not participate, we know, and so we integrate that human, because that is the gift. That is the icing on the cake. That is what you said. They went through all this trouble to hold down the personal recognition, the individual recognizing the human soul, hybrid, galactic, multidimensional, incredible supernatural beings. So this is what we're supposed to do. This is why we came here. And one of us does one thing one day, the next one takes it a little bit further the next day. And the next day somebody else. And then there's a whole bunch of people bull rushing this thing. This is what we do. It makes no sense. If it makes sense, don't do it. But it's what we came here to do. This is who we are. We own that. We own that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautifully put. I want to shout out to the Blu-rays. And it's interesting when you were sharing about the blue energy, because I've been feeling this kind of blue wave energy as well, and kind of ushering through. And the blue wave energy is kind of ensuing us to speak up, and to be who we are, and to share the gifts, and to not be downtrodden. The Blu-ray is being kind of amped up. And now the Blu-ray, like a typical Blu-ray, I think I'm a typical Blu-ray, but it comes through the sacred divine feminine. Okay. So it's very honoring, and it's very respectful. Okay, because we're putting the balance, because there needs to be a little bit more of a balance on this planet. And so that's why we do it through the sacred divine feminine. That's why we don't go out in the dead of winter and plant seeds, because you flow, you go with, you honor creation. But we're being asked to kind of to come out more in our essence, to step up, to share. And also, I've noticed too, is that this also means that when you are in a situation that you could have been in before, because you are allowing more of the resonancy of who you are, your God essence. Also, what's happening is other situations and other people and other relationships, even locations, are going to start rubbing you the wrong way.
That's right.
Because it's like your frequency resonancy is not being supported by that other way, that other relationship, that other situation. And so it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so if that's happening, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
that's your beingness saying that this is not the high situation for you anymore now. It may have been a year ago, a month ago,
Yeah.
a week ago, or even the place that you live in.
Yeah.
Now it's time to move on because you have expanded.
That's right.
And you need to continue to expand, and you need to be supported. That's important. We need to be supported. We need to be in situations that support us, support who we truly are.
Support our true, to what we truly are. Our multidimensional star seed, blue rays, all of that stuff. And the thing is, the heart is the monitor. If we as a star seed are walking around with a half full heart, that's what we're putting out. The monitor, the barometer is the heart. The more we expand that heart, regardless of what the world thinks, regardless of whether it conforms with the 3D matrix or not, but it lights up this divine matrix, you know, it lights it up like a fireworks show. This is all we have to do. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's more than that. And like you said, we need that support from each other in our environments, but at the same time, we need to understand the more we expand our heart, the more our light being star families are supporting us, the elementals, the plants, the animals, they are. The universal is supporting us. I'm seeing it, I'm living proof, and I'm getting more and more conviction about it every time I do one of these shows, especially today. Powerful day.
It is. It is. It's amazing. I feel that is our that's part of our next step. And I love that our heart is the monitor.
Yeah.
The Blue Ray, we have to go through the heart. We have to go through that. That's the sacred divine feminine, you know, the nurturing. We have to go through that. And it takes bravery. And it takes courage. I mean, you're a strong, amazing, brave warrior. When you can do that, that's a true warrior. To live to the power of your heart.
Yes. And
we all know that the power, they've done studies. I mean, the heart is way more frequency, way more powerful. And I think even more than, I don't think we even know yet.
No.
I don't even think, we don't even know the capacity of the power of everything is put together here. We're here because of love. Yeah. We exist because of the power of love. That's
right. And being true. You know, I want to share something with you. I want to share something with you that happened to me yesterday with Morgan. What really happened to me, you know, but she was there to help me get through it, being the incredible Blue Ray that she is. So we've all done a lot of inner work. And I thought my inner work, whatever you want to call it, I thought I'd seen the worst of it, you know. But I had a run-in with my inner child yesterday. And I mean, it was brutal. It was inconceivable to me. And of course, this is all metaphorical. So the child was shackled, and she said, "Talk to him, you know, and take the shackles off. Is he okay now?" And then I saw what I consider my cosmic mother and father, as metaphorically speaking, because that's all the human brain can do. Yeshua and Magdalene came in and held the child, right? And I thought, well, okay, everything's cool now. And then she's like, well, check with him. Is he okay? He wasn't okay. He wasn't happy with the mother and the father. And the whole thing ended up transcending into, I'm the mother and father. I'm Magdalene and Yeshua energy. And the child came into my heart. And my point here is that being true and authentic, and that love is most necessary, most impactful for yourself. And it's not just words. This was a deep shadow that I wasn't really totally conscious of, that I needed to heal. But it took love to do that. And Morgan always says it takes 2 to 5 days for the human to catch up. I'm on day 2, and I don't know what's going to happen the next 3 days, but I feel like I'm on fire. And I know that the courage it took, and I'm not saying because it's me, because we've all done it, but the courage to dig deep in there and be honest with yourself. If you have someone supporting you, that's great. But the courage to deal with the illusion that we've bought into, where they got us the most, all this AI stuff is impactful, but where they got us was in our consciousness. That's where they attacked us, you know, and that's no longer there. It won't be supported. It is not pure love. We are pure love. So I'm just going to encourage each and everybody to dig. Don't run from those thoughts that appear in your head. Don't run from those images. This is you. This is your higher self, your multidimensional aspects telling you how to move to the next level. Thank you for letting me share that.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's really powerful and significant. And I have to say it because you're a man. Men, we need more men to be able to have the courage and the strength to do so. Because it kind of has been more, the spiritual community, it has been more women, lots of more women, tons of more women. And we're a little bit used to easier of nurturing because, you know, we're a female, you know, we have children, but to nurture ourselves. And society looks at us too, that it's okay. You know, we can have emotions and we can nurture ourselves and we can be love. But it is so significant. It is so significant, the male energy, because to heal, to be courageous like that. Because the women, we need that as well. Like I need that. I need the men. I need the male to be able to do that. You know, so that they can hold the energy with me, and not just even being in a personal relationship with me. Just being in a relationship, an encounter, a connection on this planet.
Yes.
It's important for that. And I so much grateful for that and honor you for that, to be able to do that and like you said, to honor that as well, because that can happen. That, you know, that's, I was saying before, I was experiencing the other day. Normally, I am really very easygoing, pretty kind, always looking at a person's highest good. It's just kind of always been my nature as an angelic Blue Ray. But I was in the presence with this other person, and I couldn't take it. I just couldn't stand it anymore. Like my whole being just got like upset, and I just couldn't take it. And normally I would just be kinder or go to the highest level. Yeah. But my being was saying, no, you're reacting this way. Look at yourself. Yeah. You've got to honor yourself. There's a reason that you're reacting this way, that you're feeling this way, that you're feeling so uncomfortable, because this person is not honoring you. Yeah. This person is belittling you.
Yes.
And your body and your being and your emotions are saying, this is not right.
That's right.
This is not right. So honor it, and speak it.
Yes.
And you don't have to speak it in a way of, cursing or negativity or that kind of thing. I'm not into that frequency.
Yeah.
Because it's like with the great joy and the great expansion of our heart, like you said, shadows are coming up as well. for us to see, for us to embrace
Yeah.
our God essence. And sometimes we're going to start feeling uncomfortable in situations and with people. They're going to make us feel really uneasy. This is really important, Todd.
It is important. It is.
When it makes us feel uneasy, okay, because sometimes we drown things out.
Yeah.
We're so downtrodden sometimes in society. They're always trying to downtrodden you. And we need to know what the real true frequency is. And a movie, and a person, and a product, and a food, you know, the mask. That's how I feel. I feel like we need to continue to connect with the true God frequency, and that God frequency is through all things.
That's right.
And a lot of times it's being masked, you know, and we're not supposed to feel, or we're not, get over it. But that's our barometer. That's our barometer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a situation over the last 3 or 4 days with someone, and I'm not comfortable, and I don't need to, especially after yesterday. I really do feel softer, you know, because I've been pretty intense most of my life. I've gotten softer, but that was a huge shift for me. Something's happened to me, and I respect it and honor it, and I don't resonate with this frequency coming at me. I don't resonate with their actions over the last few days. And I'm just going to tell them that. I'm not going to cuss at them. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say, I don't resonate with this. I love you. Shake hands and part company. See you down the road on the soul highway. But I think you're right. I think we have to speak it. And we can do it with love and kindness. We can do it with love and kindness. We don't have to yell at people. This is me saying that, and I did it for years. But it's true. It's honoring the God presence, God Goddess presence we are, and also them. It's giving them the respect of being straight. And I've been lucky to learn a lot of this from Morgan. And that's also indicative, just as you are, and so many of these other divine feminines, is that the power of the Mother Goddess coming back to this earth realm. That's a biggest part of this Blue Ray Starseed message. And that's why 65-70% of the people, the souls in these light worker groups have been feminine. But that's changing, and I would encourage some of these men that I know on this, making comments now, who I love and respect, pick up the camera, talk into the camera, put some posts out, speak it, because that's what we need, and they need us. They do. They do. And believe me, when I say the men, the masculine energy starts doing this, it's going to even tip this thing further. It's going to be like an avalanche. And they are waiting for us, and they've been waiting for us. I'm fired up.
You're making me cry.
Well, it's true. Well,
you're making me cry because it's such resonancy within my heart. And to hear you say that is just like such resonancy within my heart, because I feel like the Blue Rays and the women, and myself included, are so much holding this space. And I guess I didn't know it, but it's like we're waiting, you know. It's like we're waiting for you, you know, and we really want you. Like we really need you. You know, we really need the male energy in every way. We just that's just was so beautiful, so touching for you to share it in that way, because I could share it, but it just resonates within my heart, and how important that is. And because, as a priestess, as a feminine woman, I would love support, more support.
Yeah.
In general on the planet, and just in my life, of the male presence.
Yeah.
I would so love it. So it's just so beautiful. To speak it. Okay?
Yeah, speak it. That's right.
I'm calling the Blue Rays.
That's right.
To really step up. Okay, you've been called, dear ones. You lovely, beautiful, sensitive beings. And the men, I'm calling you. We're calling you. We're calling you to step up. We need you. We need you to be courageous. Yeah. What a real courageous warrior is, that's what a courageous warrior is. We all need to be courageous. Both ways. Yeah.
Well, and I want to thank you, because I learned something tonight. You connected some dots for me tonight in the perfect synchronicity. As we forged forward with our hearts, that's what happens. We all merge, and then these explosions happen. But your description of this highest physical manifestation of the ethers, this mirror, this physical mirror, of the divine holy matrix, holy grid, whatever you called it. I get this now, and I remember when I started, like so many of us starting out, like, what are we doing? And I'm getting up on the camera, and I'm all full of shadow, and I'm just speaking truth and love, but it was pure, like so many other people that have done it and are doing it. But it's important to speak our truth, even personal truths, because again, like you said, we're imprinting the entire divine matrix. So I sit here as a man tonight, and the love of my lives is going home. And I'm not worried, because I know the power that we are. And I'm not going to fall prey to this illusion that we came out of. This is why we came here, to create the miracles. We are the miracles. And as long as we keep feeding that and supporting and loving each other, and more men step in, more masculine energy, not men, masculine energy, souls that have a predominant masculine energy, step the F up. Okay? Open your heart and speak. Tell us what your troubles are. Tell somebody, talk to somebody, open it up. It's not easy, but it sure is a simple process, and it sure feels good when you're done. And again, like you said, Shekina, we came here to contribute and serve the collective. And the beautiful thing about it is you can do it from your own space. You don't have to go out and get on the world stage. You can do it right here, right now, anytime you want to, on the internet, because it permeates the entire holy matrix.
Yeah.
I love that term.
Yes. I do it here. I do it here. I touch the earth, and I know. And I'll send things out into the divine holy matrix through the earth. Love and gratitude and connection. And on the internet. We have to use the internet to serve us. It needs to serve us. It needs to serve us too. And that's how we do it. How we do it. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Whew. Are you gonna we got another show in 13 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull myself off the ceiling. Do you want to do? I want to collaborate. I want to collaborate with you. I saw it while we were talking. We'll talk about it. Music, light language with some soul speaking rap. Yeah. So, do you want to do a light language song? Are you up to it? Or whatever you want to do to close it out is fine with me.
Well, let's see what happens, because if I don't have my microphone on, but you can hear me, so I'm just, let's do it. Let's see what comes forth. Kudas emela anish etahamo etishikit alas osamihitea. At the highest point, where our souls connect in the unity of alliance of the divine holy matrix, that permeates through love. I am, and we are, and I see you in the unity of one essence light, connecting source divine. We are.
Thank you, Divine Goddess. Thank you for sharing space with us and having an incredible show, incredible broadcast. I'd love to do it again with you soon. I think we can do some good together. Maybe get some other people involved.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be coming to Sedona in the next. Yeah.
I got the chills again.
Let's make it happen. That's why we're here.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I love you, Shekina Rose. Thank you so much. Deepest honor, respect, and gratitude and reverence for all of you out there. Remember, is a unity consciousness. Speak up. Speak up. Speak that shift into existence.
Yes.
All right. Peace out. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.